Hi, me again, and oh no, Britain's favourite soap is in trouble. Eastenders in crisis after Brian Connolly quits in fiery dispute to leave key storyline in tatters. He wants out ASAP. Didn't even know he was in it. Didn't even know he was in it. I didn't mind him. I used to watch him on telly growing up. Didn't even know he was in it. No clue. I don't watch it. It's the most depressing thing on TV ever. Did you know, a bit of trivia for you there, because I've seen it come up in a pub quiz before and I happen to know the answer, what the most watched TV show in the history of the country is? It's an episode of EastEnders from the 80s, the one where Den served Angie with divorce papers, and it got over 30 million viewers. And that's not 30 million viewers streaming it and all of that. This was the 80s, right? That's 30 million people, half the population of the country, sat down Christmas Day to watch it as it was being broadcast. That is crazy. Crazy, isn't it? They struggle to get 1 million on most episodes now. All right, the Christmas episodes go up a bit, but it's only a couple of million. It's not like it used to be. It's the most depressing show in the world, isn't it? But I didn't even know this bloke was in it. So apparently he's leaving, but it says here, look, writers are now rushing to fit the ending of his character, Tommy Rocky Cotton, into the Christmas storyline. The truth is, bosses are furious. Writers had placed him at the heart of the soap's future by marrying Rocky to Kathy Bill. An EastEnders insider revealed Brian was a brilliant signing and has been a big hit with fans. So yeah, the writers didn't know, and now everyone who produces EastEnders is proper annoyed because they were planning a lot of the future of the show around Brian Connolly, and he's had enough. He wants to go. So he's just in time to go for Christmas. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, it says here that they're going to write him out by him sacrificing himself to save another member of the EastEnders residents, whatever you want, cast. Brilliant. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. The EastEnders set, they recently changed the set and they spent £87 million. They were £13 million over budget to create a town square set. 87 million of your TV licence fee pounds if you pay it. Coronation Street did a similar thing. They recently had a new set built as well. New Street did all of that stuff. Still had the backstage stuff. Still had like the fixed sets that aren't in the buildings. All of that you need to make that soap opera. And they managed to do it for a little over £10 million. The BBC do not care. They don't have to produce good stuff. They don't care. They don't care. If I gave you 3.7 billion quid every year for doing the bare minimum, that wouldn't motivate you to do better, would it? And that's the problem we've got at the BBC. They can just spunk. Who at the top of the BBC's brother or cousin or whatever runs the building company that got the £87 million contract? It makes no sense. And the other thing with the Coronation Street set is that I think, haven't they got a Costa on it and a Co-op as well? And those names paid to be there, which offsets some of the cost of the set. BBC can't do that because they're not commercial. I'll tell you what, if they were commercial, EastEnders would be in the tank, or would it? Might be better because they could do product placement and stuff. Not that the BBC is shy about product placement. Anyway, but yeah, EastEnders has been slowly dying for a while. I mean, the amount of... They keep bringing people back. I haven't watched it for years. When I grew up, my mum was obsessed with it. So it was on all the time. You can't even talk to me mum when EastEnders is on. But where was it? It said here that so many people have been coming back. Yeah, fans were puzzled when Cindy Bill returned 25 years after dying. Another one. They love doing that, EastEnders, don't they? The explanation involved witness production and whatever. She was joined by ex-husband, he and Bill, who left apparently, and has spent the last few years living in France. And Rita Simons, who I used to like as Roxy Mitchell, made a cameo sparking talk of a return. She was thought to have drowned with her sister. And Lisa Fowler, played by Lucy Benjamin, is also back in what... So what does that say about their current casting? If they have to keep bringing back old cast members. Who's in charge of the casting now? And who was in charge of the casting in the 80s and the 90s when the beloved characters were in it that they have to keep bringing back? I don't know. I just like an EastEnders rant. because it's the most depressing show in the world. My mum, who's been a fan for as long as I'm 40, and I can't remember my mum ever not wanting to watch EastEnders, right? And even she said the other day, it's a bit depressing, isn't it? They should put some jokes in it occasionally. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below, and hit the buttons and stuff like that. And hopefully I'll see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da!